Did you know that Pope Francis once turned down living in a fancy palace to stay in a simple two-room apartment? But don't let his humble lifestyle fool you. Today, we're diving into the incredible world of the most surprising and expensive things connected to the leader of the Catholic Church. From custom sports cars to priceless artwork, you won't believe what we're about to show you. Introduction to Pope Francis. Before we explore his expensive possessions, let's talk about Pope Francis's wealth. With an estimated net worth of $25 to $28 million, he's considered one of the more modest popes in history. Born in Argentina as Jorge Mario Bergoglio, he's different from other popes we've seen before. He's the first pope from Latin America and loves to live simply. But as the head of the Vatican, which is worth around $15 billion, he has access to some pretty amazing things. He's known for turning down luxury and choosing simpler options, but the treasures he oversees are truly mind-blowing. 1. The Vatican Palace. Even though Pope Francis chose not to live here, the Vatican Palace is technically his. This massive building has over 1,000 rooms filled with beautiful art, gold decorations, and ancient treasures. The palace alone is worth billions of dollars, making it one of the most expensive homes in the world. Instead of staying in the luxurious papal apartments, Pope Francis lives in a simple two-room suite in the Vatican guest house. This shows how different he is from previous popes, but he still has access to this incredible palace whenever he wants. The palace includes hidden tunnels, secret gardens, and rooms filled with treasures that most people never get to see. 2. The custom Lamborghini Huracan. In 2017, Lamborghini gave Pope Francis a special white and gold Huracan supercar. They painted it in Vatican City's colors and had the Pope sign it. While he didn't keep it for himself, this amazing car was worth over $250,000. The Pope had it auctioned off to help poor people, which shows his giving heart. The car was custom-made just for him, with special features and designs that made it truly one of a kind. The auction price was expected to go much higher than a regular Huracan because of the Pope's signature and its unique status. This supercar could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds. Talk about heavenly speed. 3. The Papal Harley-Davidson. Here's something you probably didn't expect. Pope Francis once owned a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. The company gave him this cool bike for their 110th anniversary. The motorcycle later sold for an incredible $327,000 at auction. They even sold his signed leather Harley jacket for $77,500. All that money went to help homeless people in Rome. The motorcycle was a 2013 Dyna Super Glide, which normally costs about $35,000. But because it belonged to the Pope, people were willing to pay nearly 10 times that amount. The leather jacket became one of the most expensive motorcycle jackets ever sold at auction. 4. The Pope's private jet. When Pope Francis travels around the world, he doesn't take regular flights. Instead, he uses a special Alitalia airplane that's nicknamed Shepherd 1. This isn't just any plane, it's specially fitted with security features and comfortable spaces for the Pope to work and rest during long flights. The plane includes a private bedroom, a study, and special communication systems that let the Pope stay in touch with the Vatican no matter where he is in the world. While the exact cost isn't public, similar specially equipped jets can cost over $200 million. When he's not using it, the plane serves regular passengers, but it's always ready when the Pope needs to travel. 5. The Papal Ring. Every Pope gets a special gold ring called the Ring of the Fisherman. Pope Francis's ring is made of gold-plated silver, which makes it less expensive than the solid gold rings previous popes wore. But don't let that fool you, it's still worth thousands of dollars and is one of the most important symbols of papal power. The ring is custom-made for each pope and gets destroyed when their time as pope ends. This has been a tradition since the 13th century. The ring is so special that when people meet the Pope, they traditionally kiss it as a sign of respect. Pope Francis often pulls his hand away because he doesn't like this tradition, another sign of his humble nature. 6. The Historic Library. Pope Francis has access to the Vatican Library, which holds some of the rarest books and documents in the world. This library has over 2 million books and 150,000 precious documents. Some experts say the collection is priceless, but if we had to put a number on it, it would be worth billions of dollars. The library includes ancient manuscripts that are over 1,000 years old, secret documents from throughout history, and books so rare that only a handful of people have ever seen them. There are even letters written by famous kings and queens from hundreds of years ago. The library is so valuable that it has special climate control systems and security measures to protect everything inside. 7. The Swiss Guard equipment. The Pope's personal security team, the Swiss Guard, uses expensive equipment to keep him safe. Their colorful uniforms might look fancy, but they also wear modern protective gear and carry special weapons. Each guard's complete outfit and equipment costs thousands of dollars. The famous colorful uniforms are handmade and take over 30 hours to complete. While they look like they're from the Renaissance period, underneath they wear modern bulletproof vests and carry the latest security equipment. The Swiss Guard has protected popes for over 500 years, making them the oldest military unit still active today. 8. The Papal art collection. As Pope, Francis oversees one of the biggest art collections in the world. The Vatican museums have thousands of paintings, sculptures, and other artwork worth billions of dollars. This includes famous pieces like Michelangelo's artwork in the Sistine Chapel. The collection is so huge that if you spent just 1 minute looking at each piece of art, it would take you over 4 years to see everything. Some of the artworks are so valuable that their worth can't even be calculated. The Sistine Chapel ceiling alone is considered priceless, and experts say you couldn't put a price tag on it even if you wanted to. 9. The Pope Mobile. While Pope Francis doesn't love the bulletproof sardine can, that's what he calls it, he still needs special cars for safety. These custom-made vehicles cost hundreds of thousands of dollars each. They're built with bulletproof glass and special features to protect the Pope while letting him get close to people. Each Pope Mobile is different. Some are based on Mercedes-Benz cars, others on Fiat or Jeep vehicles. The bulletproof glass alone costs more than many regular cars. Pope Francis prefers simpler vehicles, but his security team insists on these special cars for his safety during public appearances. 10. The Papal Wardrobe. You might think the Pope's white robes are simple, but each set of papal vestments costs thousands of dollars. They're made from the finest materials by skilled craftspeople who have been making papal clothing for generations. The famous papal shoes, which Pope Francis chose not to wear, traditionally cost over $1,000 per pair. Instead of the traditional red leather shoes, Pope Francis wears simple black shoes, showing again how he prefers to live modestly despite having access to luxurious items. The true value. Even though Pope Francis owns or has access to all these expensive things, what makes him special is how he uses them to help others. His net worth is estimated at around $25 to $28 million, but he focuses on using the Church's resources to help poor people and make the world better. Want to know something cool? Pope Francis used to be a bouncer at a nightclub before becoming Pope. He's also released his rock album and loves dancing the tango. This shows that even with all these expensive things around him, he's still just a regular person who cares about helping others. If you enjoyed learning about these amazing and expensive things owned by Pope Francis, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel for more fascinating videos about the world's most interesting people and things. Ring that notification bell so you never miss our new uploads. Share this video with your friends and family, they won't believe some of these facts. Drop a comment below and tell us which of Pope Francis's possessions surprised you the most. Was it the Lamborghini? The Harley-Davidson? Or maybe his private jet? We'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in our next video.